Hi, I'm still at Miraval, and I just got out of the pool, kind of obviously. But I was thinking today during meditation of a story, and here's how it goes. A man was walking through the desert, incredibly thirsty, just about on the verge of death, and he stumbles across a beautiful ornate bottle. He picks it up and rubs it, and sure enough, a genie comes out. And the genie says, "Your wish is my command. Ask me for anything." And the man said, "I want a glass of water." And the genie goes away, whoosh, and he's back in a few minutes with a goblet of the most incredible, expensive, just bubbling, beautiful champagne. And the man takes the champagne from the genie, throws it down on the rocks, dashes it, breaks it into 1,000 shards, and banishes the genie because he said he was a false genie. Because power does not lie in the quality of what you receive. Power is the ability to get what you want. That story didn't exactly end the way you thought it would, did it? I have actually been thinking about this story for 50 years. I think I first heard it when I was in college in a philosophy class. And it always reminds me of my dad, because my father was someone who was born into poverty, born during the Depression, Rust Belt, Ohio, 8 brothers and sisters, and all he ever wanted to do was make money, get out of poverty, and succeed. And he did that. He dug in, he built his own business, he was successful. He identified with that to the degree that the account ledger for his business, he actually wrote in magic marker on the front of it, my autobiography. So he was, I think, a typical Depression era baby who really identified with his ability to lift his family into a higher standard of living than he had as a child. And he was successful. But I always had the feeling that he had gotten champagne when what he really wanted was water. Because I think it's really easy for us all to be seduced into the idea of more money, fancier trips, the bigger house, the accoutrements of what we think of as success, champagne. When sometimes what we really crave, and this was the case for my father because he remained, despite his success, vaguely dissatisfied with his life. So we get the champagne, like my dad did, but what you really want is water. So I think when you ask the question of how do I get what I want, there's a question that comes before that, and that is, do I know for sure what I want? Do I think I want something that's more elaborate, harder to achieve, more expensive, more of a symbol of achievement or wealth, when actually what I crave is something much simpler? You might be invited to every party in the world, but what you want is to stay home. I remember when I was doing food writing for magazines, I would sometimes go on these trips where we would eat the most incredible cuisine night after night after night. And I get home and all I would crave for about a week is Cheerios. Sometimes you want to just go home. You want to sit on the couch. You want to eat a bowl of soup. You want to be with an old friend that you don't have to talk to if you don't feel like, that you don't have to work to impress. You want clear, clean, simple, easily available water. So, we are all our own genies. We have the power to grant ourselves whatever wishes we want. Let's just make sure that we're wishing for the right thing. Talk to you soon. Goodbye from Miraval.